Greetings, everybody. I'm just want to jump on here and give you a quick, tiny little scooter update invite. It's Thursday, the last day of our workday for soccer camp. So, um, which means I'm tired. It's always a long week and a lot going on. A lot of good things happening this week, and again, we had to be a little bit creative. But I applaud all of you who have been able to come alongside, be creative. Thank you for your prayers, your support. Thank you for all those who've been serving and helping out and just showing some love to our church family and to our community as well. So that in that light, it's been a great week, and it's been really a pleasure to serve alongside you. um, so last day of the official week here, and want to invite you to come and be a part of Sunday night. It's been the Psalm study that we're doing, and we'll talk about my new favorite subject, masks. Since I was on vacation, I'll be back this Sunday. The government has put a statewide mandate on mask wearing, and shockingly, that's caused a great debate. Um, I don't want to go on Facebook for it, and I don't want to go on here and tell you what I think you ought to do and what the response. We're gonna address some things, and I think I'm gonna wait till Sunday morning, right before the sermon. I'll address some things as far as our church, so I can say it on Sunday morning to our church. But what I want to do Sunday night, we're going to break from the Psalm study, and I want to invite you to come out and have a discussion with us related to whether or not a Christian should wear a mask right now, whether or not a Christian should follow, and what should we do with government mandates. I mean, this is just a great example of something that we could have a wonderful dialogue and conversation about. Now, let me put a couple of rules in this place. I'm going to add rules. Those of you who don't like rules are going to be mad, but that's okay, because I'm disinviting you if all you want to do is come and have a vendetta, argue, be upset, save that for Facebook. Go on Facebook and post all you want to post. What I'm inviting us in is, this is for Christians too. This is for, and I don't want to say even like Christians. I want to say, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1, this is how people ought to regard us: as a slave of Christ and a steward of the mysteries of God. So really, I want to invite disciples, slaves of Christ, who really want to have good, honest dialogue about what does it mean to practice, to live as a Christian today and live under a government mandate. What do we do? And so I want to talk together as Christians. If you can't talk kindly and gracefully, again, don't come. Save it for Facebook and get your friends who want to argue your side. I would love for people from both sides to be able to have a conversation, to listen to one another, to talk. And I don't care about what any one of our opinions are about this. I don't care about making anybody happy in this. I care about honoring Christ as our Lord and how we're going to live. 1 Corinthians 4:1. So I'm going to put a homework assignment too. And I would like to say, don't come if you haven't prayed. So pray, spend some time worshiping, and you need to read Romans chapter 13. And you need to read 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 13 to 25. So you need to read these. And while you're in Romans 13, you actually should be reading Romans 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And you need to read those in light of Romans 12:1, in view of God's mercy, which is therefore in view of God's mercy, which is all about Romans 1 to 11. So if you don't know what Romans 1 to 11 is about, you really should read and study Romans 1 to 11. So you need to get started if you don't have concepts of some of these fundamental truths of our faith. So Romans 13, certainly in the context of Romans 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, again, in light of therefore of Romans 1 to 11. So take time. It is a must. It is a mandate biblically to read these and to study these passages and to know, and don't come in just flaunting our opinions, but I want to know, and I want to study Romans 13, and I want to study 1 Peter chapter 2, 13 to 25, and I want to get some real understanding of how do we practically apply that into our lives as Christians today. We have to understand in context what Romans and what Paul and what Peter were saying in those passages. We have to know those. And then we can begin to have dialogue and conversations of what does that mean for us today. So this Sunday night for the Psalm study, we're going to break from the Psalms and we're going to study this together and have some conversation related to this. I invite you to come. I invite you to prayerfully come. I invite you, and I am asking you to make sure you don't come just flaunting opinions, but come studied, prayed up, reading these passages, really reflecting upon in our own individual lives, and then as a church community, what did these passages mean, and what do they mean for us today in light of this mandate being given by our government. Then, like I said, well, before we even get to Sunday night, but Sunday morning, I want to take a little more time to process this and to think about it in my mind about how I want to communicate it. Because again, the polar opposite opinions and tension on this thing are just a little crazy. It's wonderful being a pastor or I feel for any administrator or person who's trying to put a plan in place to bring a group of people together. It's exhausting, but welcome back from vacation. Here we go. So, authentically, I love you, church, and my prayers are for us continually as a church that we would live as slaves of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God, that the gospel good news of Jesus Christ would be spoken and lived by us in this church community. Don't give a rip about what people who aren't our Christians are saying or doing. I don't care what's being posted and said on places like Facebook or social media I don't care. I want to know that this church that I've been called to pastor is trying our best to live together in this community as a slave of Christ and a steward of the mysteries of God, and preaching the good news and the gospel of Jesus Christ. So let's come together and have some dialogue about that. I invite you to come. God bless you guys. I can't wait to see everybody Sunday morning and get a little preach on again, get some worship on with you. It's been a little while, so I'm really excited about that. God bless you. Thanks again for your prayers, your support this week, Missions Week. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night at the Cornhole Tournament and Sunday morning, Sunday night as well. So let's pack the pavilion, have a great conversation. God bless you guys. See you soon.